Scripture is coming from Luke 23:43. It's verily I say unto thee, today shalt thou be with me in paradise. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Verily. Praise God. So Jesus' first words after being placed on the cross were a prayer for the forgiveness of his enemies. He may have included in this all who had a part in his death. As the crowd standing by, curiously observing the crucifixion as a kind of entertainment, the chief priests insulted and taunted Jesus.
Right.
In this, they were merely following the lead of their ruler, who derided him, saying, "He saved others, let him save himself, if he be Christ, the chosen God." Knowing Jesus' reputation as a miracle worker who delivered many from their ailments, they challenged him to deliver himself.
My God. That's true.
Only this they felt could prove that he was the Messiah. Now, there were two thieves being crucified with Jesus.
Yes.
They also ridiculed him. It is possible that both at first reviled Jesus, but one eventually had a change of heart. Yes. So the second thief rebuked his fellow thief, saying, "Don't you fear God, seeing you're in the same condemnation?" His question was literally, "Do you not even fear God?" Amen. The others may have been reckless in their taunts, but could not afford to be. Fear of the God that he was about to face should have sobered him and kept him from adding to his list of sins. The second thief reveled remarkable insights into both their sins and Jesus' righteousness. He knew that in facing God's condemnation, they were merely getting what they deserved.
Right.
The just rewards for their misdeeds. It was presumptuous for them to challenge Jesus to rescue them. On the other hand, he understood that Jesus had done nothing amiss. How he concluded that Jesus was on the cross unjustly, we do not know. He may have had previous contact with him, or at least been aware of his ministry, or he may simply have been impressed by Jesus' prayer for forgiveness of his enemies. Perhaps Jesus' overall demeanor had convinced him of his innocence. Whatever the reason, this thief, by his request, knew Jesus had a kingdom to rule over. He was expressing to Jesus his desire to be a part of it. Concerning himself, he is understood that he was unworthy and deserved only to be cast off by God. He further understood that this king could share his kingdom with anyone he wished.
Oh, yes.
And he trusted his grace to include even a condemned criminal. The implied meaning of his request to be remembered is, "Think of me with favor."
That's right.
The penitent sinner's prayer in the midst of shrill mockery must have refreshed Jesus' spirit. After all, this was the reason that he was suffering. So while he offered no response to the thief who taunted him, he reassured the other one warmly, "Today shalt thou be with me in paradise."
Yeah.
The thief had requested Jesus' favor in the uncertain future when he would enter his kingdom. But Jesus promised it that very day. When he died, he would be with Jesus, who would be with his Father. Jesus shows his divinity by opening the heaven for a repentant sinner. Such generosity command that only asks to be remembered. So this expression offers us hope. for salvation. For if we turn over hearts and prayers to him, we will also be with Jesus Christ at the end of our lives. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.